Welcome to part 3 of Semiotics and Aesthetics. I'm Shamini Dias, your guide. And now, for something different, an activity of mapping and countermapping. So first, let's do a quick summary of the points so far, that semiosis is not neutral. And there are 5 sort of key words that I wanted to bring together here. Semiosis is subjective. It's an active act of meaning making by a unique, complex, embodied subject. And so point 2, it's embodied. And that means an integration of cognition, emotion, lived experiences in your body, your physicality, your identity, and over time. It's interpretive. It goes beyond denotation to include connotation, values, assumptions, and beliefs, often pretty unconsciously held. It's illuminative. It reveals what is significant to us and how we connect to what we perceive of things and signs in the world. And it's plural. It is from our singular perspective, but there are multiple stories and maps possible. As a semiotic method, finding multiple stories and intentionally mapping and countermapping are powerful ways to explore and connect many different stories. And that is what you're going to try now. So we're going to use this. This is just an abstract drawing map of a social system. And what you're going to do for this activity is first we're going to use a shared context so we can look at each other's maps when we get the opportunity to do so, and also coming from very many different contexts, we can all at least bring together education, something each of us will have experienced in one form or other sometime in our lives. So what I'd like you to do is download the document, this map document. You can get it from the slide set or the transcript that comes with it, and label the parts. Right? We'll have an opportunity to share this when we get together later. Now, this is what to do. Think of the parts that you see in the map, the educational system. So this is now our map of the educational system that you experienced. And think of the people, roles, policies, processes, environments, objects, spaces, subject matter, curricula, etc. And what is this black dot in the center? What are the other black dots? What are the lines and the spaces between the lines? And are you inclined to add any more dots and spaces? If you do, go ahead, add them and label them. One thing do not do for now, do not change the base map of circles and dots. Leave it as it is. We will consider that in the next activity after you've done this one. So when you've labeled the parts, go on and do the next thing. So for now, pause the video, download the map, do the activity, and then come back and I'll show you what the next part of it is. Now, this is the next part to your mapping. We're going to make a counter map, a new map of the educational system. How you imagine it could and should be if you had the power to transform it any way you want. So now, feel free to radically remap. You put together your counter map or counter story of how you would like to arrange these circles and dots. Maybe you want to bring in new shapes. Maybe you want to bring in lines. Maybe you want to take things out. You may want to add color. Feel free. You have complete power now to remap how you like. But when you're finished, reflect and write a few lines at the bottom of your map that explains some of your reasons for the way in which you created this counter map, how you took the original map and made a new story, and what this new story is all about, right? And again, hang on to this, take a picture of both your maps, your map and your counter map, and have it with you at the retreat. We might do something with this. But I hope just in mapping and counter mapping, you saw how in making these changes from one experiential map to a visionary map, you found different stories. So that's a very short part 3, just to lead you through the activity, and I hope you took time and did the activity and had fun. Thank you very much for playing. And just to reflect as you leave this, did you find that mapping revealed patterns that you had implicitly held and had not thought about before? And did countermapping allow you, maybe empower you, to radically shift the system in ways that maybe surprised and delighted you? I do hope you found some surprise and delight. And now one last part left, part 4, semiotics and metaphor, and I will see you in the next video.